Hi lads and lasses, Modest Pelican here, with a video looking at the evolution of the Battlefield franchise. Let me know in the comments what your favourite game of the series is, and if you enjoy this video, please start identifying as a Modest Pelican, as this really helps spread the good word of my channel. When looking at the evolution of Battlefield, it's important to start at Codename Eagle. This game was developed by Refraction Games, and shortly after Codename Eagle was released, DICE, the current Battlefield developers, bought the company. Codename Eagle was enormously influential to the franchise and arguably still has better graphics than most current generation Call of Duty games. Then came the first official Battlefield game, Battlefield 1942, which was developed by only 14 people. This game was based on World War II and introduced elements that we still see in the game today, such as the Conquest game mode, different classes for players to choose from, and of course the audacious act of teabagging your opponents. In 2004, Battlefield Vietnam released, where players slugged it out in locations such as Saigon City and the Ho Chi Minh Trail. This game allowed players to play the radio while they drove vehicles. You could even replace the audio with your own custom music. I wish they hadn't removed this feature for Battlefield 1, as nothing says World War I like cruising around in a land ship while pumping Kendrick Lamar through the old crystal set radio.
Bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down.
Battlefield 2 was the first game based in the modern era and took players through a fictional campaign involving the United States, China, and a Middle Eastern coalition. We also saw the introduction of the squad mechanic, but players were only able to spawn onto the squad leader. At first I thought it would be cool if they brought this feature back, but then I realised with the current player base, it is more than likely some noob squad leader would just lie down sniping 5,000 meters away from any actual action, fapping it to some department store's lingerie catalogue. Next came Battlefield 2142, which threw players into a futuristic ice age. This game is unique to others in the series, as it allowed players to access futuristic weaponry and vehicles. Though official servers for Battlefield 2142 were shut down, a group known as the Revive Network brought this game and many other old Battlefield games back to life so that players could enjoy them once again. The Revive community became so big, EA eventually shut the project down. In 2008, we saw the release of Battlefield Bad Company. Players assumed the role of Preston Marlowe as part of a 4-man squad, which was made up of mostly law-breaking degenerate pelicans used by the US military as cannon fodder to form the B Company. Bad Company also had a top-class advertising campaign which saw each trailer parody another popular game's trailer. For example here, where the Bad Company lads mocked a classic Rainbow Six Breach and Clear.
Okay guys, stack up!
So you reckon that the rainbow sprinkles are the way forward with the donut?
Absolutely, because then you get the different textures between soft donuts. But you do get your asses over here right now.
Did you lose something, Sarge? You dropped something, Sarge?
This is supposed to be a stealth mission.
Battlefield Heroes was released in 2009, which was free to play and also third person. This game made its money from advertising and of course microtransactions. Battlefield Heroes is actually widely considered to be the best Battlefield game in the entire series. Just kidding, this game looks like the love child of Fortnite Battle Royale and a bag of dicks. Battlefield 1943 quickly followed, bringing players back to World War II to represent either the US Marine Corps or the Japanese Imperial Navy. Oddly, players had unlimited ammo in this addition to the franchise, and many of the maps included a small sandcastle with Swedish flags in them, as the DICE studios are based in Stockholm, in Sweden. 1 year later came Battlefield Bad Company 2, which had players resume the role of Preston Marlowe in the single-player campaign. Bad Company 2 let players destroy just about everything and had a wide range of memorable multiplayer maps, great gameplay, amazing sound effects, and was commercially a huge success. Just like the babe section of Pornhub, Bad Company 2 was non-stop 10 out of 10. 2011 brought us Battlefield Play for free. If you look very closely at the gameplay, you can actually tell this game looks like a piece of shit. I really don't know what else to say. There were microtransactions and I guess, you know what, let's just move on to a more memorable Battlefield game. Fortunately, 2011 also saw the release of Battlefield 3, which took players from Iran to New York and saw the return of elements that were missing from the Bad Company games, such as fighter jets, lying prone, and 64 players on one map. By this stage, Battlefield had a real identity of epic infantry and vehicle multiplayer battles, and Battlefield 3 definitely lived up to the reputation. Then came Battlefield 4. BF4's launch was so bad, it made the Titanic's maiden voyage look like a complete success. There were so many issues and problems with many players not actually able to play the game at all. Fortunately, there is a happy ending. Battlefield 4 eventually turned out to be an excellent modern military shooter and currently plays like a dream after all the extensive patches and updates. And the BF4 community is still thriving. You'd struggle to find a modern military shooter better than Battlefield 4 right now. In 2015, Battlefield HARDLINE was released, where players focused on crime and policing rather than military for the first time in the series. This allowed the developers to create unique game modes such as Heist, where the criminal team had to successfully steal some cash. Battlefield Law & Order received a mixed reception and some negative reviews. All I wanted to see was some traffic control downloadable content, where players could use a high visibility vest and a whistle to coordinate traffic around a busy intersection. And finally, in 2016, Battlefield 1 was released, bringing players all the way back to World War I to engage in some historic bolt-action trench warfare. But players could also use prototype Hellriegel submachine guns, 200-round scoped LMGs, invincible horses, and a flying fucking battleship. No, but in all seriousness, Battlefield 1 is a beautiful game that offers unprecedented gameplay moments and all in all is a ton of fun, though it does lack the longevity of older titles. In 2018, we will see the next installment to the Battlefield series. I for one would love to see DICE capture elements from the iconic titles such as Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 2 and 3, and then utilise the current Frostbite engine to have graphics on par with Battlefield 1 to combine for the best game the franchise has ever seen. Again, let me know in the comments what your favourite game in the entire series is. Otherwise, Happy New Year, you fucking legends. My Q&A video will be out soon. Otherwise, until next time, and as always, stay classy.